they don't make the playoffs, and this season was a disaster. Two options, nothing in the middle. You can't have Aaron Rodgers making $50 million a year, not coming early to OTAs and working with your young players, struggling most of the season, and then going on a cute little run at the end of the year and missing the playoffs. I don't want to hear it. But if you make the playoffs, which is entirely possible, and I think the Lions are going to do the most that they can to prevent that from happening, but if they make the playoffs, everyone should be afraid. Because what's interesting about the Packers right now is they're playing the way that they should be playing with this particular roster, running the ball. They have great running backs. Defense is playing better, to your point. And Aaron Rodgers is on the field. You got to take him seriously. But there's only two options with the Packers. So what are the critics going to say? Well, next week, if you lose, they're going to have a lot to say. If you don't, then everyone should be afraid.
This is the Packers. It's validating and frustrating at the same time because this is the Packers team that I picked to go to the Super Bowl. I did that. I feel less dumb about it now than I did a few weeks ago. But still, if they even get into the playoffs, it'll be as the 7th seed. But this was the blueprint I wanted to see. You get a dominant running game, a dominant defense, and that's what they were. Like all those first-round picks playing like it. Jair Alexander. Sorry, dude. Like, I knew you were good. What did he say yesterday? He was like, I'm not a good corner. I'm a great corner. Yeah, you looked great yesterday, man.
He was in there.
You realize the Vikings had 213 yards when the competitive part of this game was over. They got 40% of their yardage total in garbage time, like when the Packers were done. It was really impressive. And then you've got Aaron Rodgers. What? He's right there. He's over my shoulder. You got Aaron Rodgers. If he can make 3 to 5 Aaron Rodgers plays a game and let the running game and the defense do the rest, that's a tough formula to beat, and they're proving it. If they get into the playoffs, there should not be nobody should be like, yeah, we want the Pack. Everybody should be worried about this formula if they're playing this way. Okay.
I mean, let's slow down a little bit.
We need to slow down?
Yeah, like listen, I respect the way they're winning. We haven't seen nothing like this with the Packers, right? We're used to seeing number 4 back there, Brett Favre. We're used to seeing 12, Aaron Rodgers, go out there and dominate, 300 yards, this and that, comeback wins. That's not that no more, right? So in this 4-game stretch, we got to give a lot more respect to that running game and that defense.
Sure.
The defense isn't balling out. They like, second ranked, 12 turnovers in the last 4 games? My problem is this. When the Packers in the playoffs, right? Because I don't want to hate on the Shining game right now because they are playing well as a team. Kickoff returns, all type of stuff. But for you to do all that to have to win a game is tough in the playoffs. Because now, A-Rod, we need you to start passing the ball. 150 yards ain't going to get it done, right? That's not going to get it done in the playoffs. Depending on who you play.
Sure.
'Cause let's say if you played Philly or you played the Niners and all that, right? You're not going to be running the ball on the Niners like that. That's dead. We're going to need you to go out there and make plays. And I haven't seen A-Rod play really well this year. We all haven't just play well. He's been managing the games well. They run the ball, defense gets some stops, gets some turnovers. He makes a pass here and there, cool. I was thinking the playoffs, when you playing top teams, Niners, even Dallas, even your boy with the guy that throws the picks, I'm joking. But even the Cowboys, is a good team. You play against them, they going to put points up.
But don't you think
they averaging 30? So you just run the ball with the defense making plays here and there. That's not going to be enough.
But don't you think this is the Packers team we all thought we were going to get in the sense that, Shady, you know teams are 3 phases.
You didn't think that. You didn't think that A-Rod would never throw for 300 yards, not once this season?
No.
Okay.
I'm saying team in totality. I did think their defense would be top 5.
Okay.
And they did go get Rich Bisaccia. Remember Bisaccia, former head coach for the Oakland Raiders.
He's solid.
John Gruden, special teams coordinator. You saw they scored on special teams.
Yes.
You saw they scored on defense. Now, I thought Aaron Rodgers would have more growth statistics. I thought he would have at least 1 300-yard games a season. He has none.
Yeah.
But I did think the Packers team would end up looking this good, which is why, Joy, I would only offer a small pushback in the sense that whether the Packers make the playoffs or not, haven't you at least seen enough promise to now know, okay, wait, this formula does work? It took us longer than expected, but this formula, Christian Watson, Dobbs, Jones, Dillon, Jair, Devondre, Quay Walker, Savage, Russell Douglas, like this formula works. Whether it works right now, we know at least it'll work tomorrow.
Tomorrow meaning next year?
Correct.
Oh, we giving $50 million quarterbacks passes now? I didn't know about that. That was not in my memo.
Russell Wilson getting one.
Today,
Deshaun getting one.
Russell Wilson getting
They're
one
not,
pass.
but they're not great stuff.
Who is giving Russell
They're not
Wilson
goats.
a pass?
We're gonna if he wins next year, we're
not
gonna look
goats.
this year.
No, currently there are no passes being given. The expectations for Russell Wilson are higher for next year than they were this year because he was so bad this year. Now you can't just be good next year. You got to be great, or they're gonna think he's washed. No. We don't give Dak Prescott passes, and he's not anywhere near.
We kind of do.
No, we don't.
He leads the league in interceptions.
No,
we don't never talk about it.
No, we don't.
We kinda do.
Ever talk about it?
He leads the league in interceptions. I talk about it.
We don't have time for that.
Listen, what are your expectations for the Green Bay Packers with Aaron Rodgers? If your expectations are what they should be when you're making $50 million a year, and y'all were talking all this yip about you don't need Devontae Adams, then you should make the playoffs.
But the question is this, though. When
Make the playoffs? We're not even talking about going on like a Super Bowl.
As the 7th seed.
Make the playoffs.
Here's why I say this. Context, right? Russell Wilson, we're like, as long as he wins a Super Bowl in the duration of that contract, he'll be okay. Deshaun Watson, well, he's playing bad right now, but remember, he ain't played football in 2 years. Remember Dak Prescott, when he got his 160, he's coming off a leg fracture. So we have given.
So what's A-Rod's?
A-Rod's pass was he lost Devontae Adams.
Two-time MVP. No.
Yeah, no.
Two-time MVP. That's
absolutely not.
And then what's this? Why I don't give him a pass. Everybody loves to praise A-Rod, right? It's funny. Everybody I talk to about the Packers now rolling, nobody ever talks about the defense and the running game. A-Rod, look, he's warming up. Look, you don't want him in the playoffs. I'm thinking like, are you watching the game? I'm watching. A-Rod, they put him in a GOAT conversation with the Bradys and all that. Now, obviously, Brady is, for me, is like, there's no contest, but they put him up there. So to put you up there with the greats, we can't be talking about those last seeds and all that. Like, come on. When Devontae Adams left to go to the Raiders, myself included, I said, "Dad, they're gonna miss him, but they got A-Rod. They're gonna get to the playoffs."
But what's the Bucs record right now? And then tell me the Packers record.
The Bucs are what, 7?
Okay, hold up.
Yeah.
What? Tom Brady just won a Super Bowl 2 years ago. It was the MVP conversation last year.
And be A-Rod.
Okay, no.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah.
Don't do that.
No.
We start the whole segment.
For that matter, the Bucs is in the playoffs.
They are.
They don't worry about nothing.
Right.
Ain't worry about nothing. We will talk about them in a little bit.
You stuck in 20-something else.
No.
That's 2023 right now. It's a new year.
If they miss the playoffs, it is a disaster, and it should be treated as such. The expectations should be more than just making the playoffs for the Packers. But the way this season is gone, if they get in the playoffs, we'll take them seriously. But there ain't no middle ground here. Everything in life has gray area except for this conversation.
Acho agrees. You can tell by his smile.
Well, speaking of the Bucs, that's a phenomenal transition. Tom Brady, they did just clinch the playoffs in the win yesterday. It was so big for the Bucs, 8-8, but they're in 9 touchdowns on the year, and both quarterbacks have their sights on the #1 seed in the AFC. No game can be bigger in the NFL regular season than this one tonight. So now the question is, what quarterback would you rather have? Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, Joy Taylor? What's your answer?
All right, let's make the internet mad, shall we? Again, we're splitting hairs here. Both teams are very happy with their quarterbacks. I would be happy with either one. Josh Allen is amazing. I picked him to win the MVP. I picked the Bills to win the Super Bowl. I would go with Joe Burrow. Because I do think that accomplishments matter. And Joe Burrow taking this Bengals team with a terrible offensive line to the Super Bowl, I think still has to be topped with a lot of these young quarterbacks. They both still have things they need to prove in the playoffs. Obviously, Joe did not win a Super Bowl, which I think would put him in a completely different atmosphere. But look, Josh Allen, they're trying to go to the Super Bowl this year. That's the expectations for this team, and they have a great chance to do it. Right now, Joe Burrow has done that. He has a better postseason resume, which at this point, when you're both established quarterbacks in the league, you're both stars, that's what starts to matter. So to me, by a very slight edge, slight Buffalo, slight just a hair, I'm going to go with Joe Burrow.
2-5, you played with Josh Allen. You were there in Buffalo when he was drafted. You've seen him grow over the years. Josh Allen or Joe Burrow, who'd you rather have?
I'm going to go with the best quarterback, Josh Allen. and listen, Joe Burrow's a beast, though.
Yep.
Like, I love the way he plays. He's one of them gutsy young guys, right? You see a lot of Tom Brady in him, but I gotta go with Josh. I mean, like, let's talk about Josh Allen for a second. We all know he can throw the ball. Got over 4,000 yards, but yo, he got 700 yards rushing though.
Yeah.
Like I could throw the ball, I could run the ball, I could do whatever you need to do. I just think with Josh Allen, like he keeps the plays live. He can do everything for his team. I think Joe's a beast, like I said, but Josh is a different level. For example, like, I love what Joey talked about the accomplishments. Even going to a Super Bowl as such a young quarterback, that's great. But Josh Allen he would be there too. Let's not forget that they changed the rule for